The text message arrived at 3:47 a.m. Pam Bondi's phone buzzed on her nightstand. She grabbed it, squinting at the screen. It was from a DOJ official. Patel just tweeted again about the Epstein case. Before we cleared it, Bondi sat up. Read the tweet, felt her blood pressure rising. This was the third time this month. Kash Patel, FBI director, Trump loyalist, supposed team player, was undermining her authority by announcing case developments before consulting the Department of Justice. She typed back, "We need to talk. Now." This wasn't just bureaucratic friction. This was war between FBI director and attorney general, between two people who were supposed to be on the same team, both appointed by Trump, both considered loyalists, both fighting for control of federal law enforcement. And Trump, caught in the middle, watching his team tear itself apart. Imagine this. You're Attorney General, top law enforcement official in America. Then your FBI director starts treating you like irrelevant middle manager instead of his boss. That was Pam Bondi's reality, and she was done accepting it. How did we get here? January 2025. Trump's second term began. He needed people he trusted running law enforcement. For Attorney General, Pam Bondi. Former Florida AG defended Trump during first impeachment. Total loyalty proven. For FBI Director Kash Patel. Former aide who built career defending Trump. Wrote book attacking deep state. Ultimate MAGA champion. On paper, perfect team. Both loyal. Both committed to Trump's agenda. Should have been seamless partnership. Reality. Disaster from day one. Because Kash Patel didn't see himself as working under Attorney General. He saw himself as Trump's personal FBI director, answering only to the president. And Pam Bondi, she knew the law. FBI director reports to Attorney General. That's the structure. That's how DOJ works. Clash was inevitable. February 2025. First major incident. Major organized crime investigation wrapping up. DOJ preparing coordinated announcement with FBI timing carefully planned. Legal review completed. Press strategy developed. Then Patel tweeted, "Big announcement coming on organized crime takedown. Huge win for American people." Details soon, posted at 11 p.m. without consulting DOJ, without clearing with Bondi. Just tweeted it. Bondi saw it at midnight. Called Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche immediately. Did we approve this? No. We didn't even know he was going to post. Get him on the phone. Now, they tried. Patel didn't answer. Left them hanging while his tweet got millions of views. Next morning, Bondi confronted him directly. "You can't announce DOJ operations without coordinating with us. That's not how this works." Patel's response was dismissive. "I was just building public excitement. No harm done." No harm? You compromised operational security and undermined our communication strategy. "I think you're overreacting." That phrase, "you're overreacting," would become theme of their relationship. March 2025. Pattern established. Patel kept posting on social media, announcing investigations, hinting at developments, building his personal brand, all without consulting DOJ, without coordinating with Bondi. Each time, same excuse, just keeping public informed. But Bondi saw what was really happening. Patel was positioning himself as independent operator, making FBI seem like separate agency instead of part of DOJ. That wasn't just annoying. It was constitutionally problematic. April 2025. The Charlie Kirk investigation. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Massive manhunt. National attention. Patel took personal control. Posted updates constantly. Subject in custody, then had to retract when it wasn't the right person. Bondi, watching from DOJ, was horrified. FBI director using tragedy for social media engagement, making mistakes publicly, creating confusion. She called him, "You need to stop tweeting about active investigations." Patel, "The public has right to know what's happening. The public has right to accurate information. You're posting before facts are confirmed. I'm the FBI director. I decide what to share." "No, you're part of Department of Justice. We coordinate announcements together." Patel hung up. May 2025. The girlfriend problem emerged. Reports surfaced about Patel using FBI jet to travel to his girlfriend's concerts. Alexis Wilkins, 27-year-old country singer, not illegal necessarily, but questionable use of taxpayer resources. Bondi asked for explanation. Patel brushed her off. All approved by FBI counsel. The FBI counsel reports to DOJ counsel. We should review. It's handled. Show me the authorization. Are you serious? You're micromanaging my travel now? I'm ensuring proper use of government resources. Patel went to Trump, complained Bondi was harassing him over minor administrative issues. Trump told Bondi to back off. Focus on bigger priorities. She was furious. But what could she do? Trump had sided with Patel. June 2025. The Epstein files controversy. Massive public pressure to release sealed Epstein investigation documents. Both FBI and DOJ had materials. Bondi wanted coordinated review, determine what could be released without compromising ongoing investigations or victims' privacy. Proper process, legal analysis, careful approach. Patel wanted to just release everything. Maximum transparency. They argued for weeks. Bondi insisting on proper review. Patel claiming she was part of cover-up. Then Patel went on podcast his friend's show and said, some people at DOJ don't want the truth coming out. I'm fighting to release everything. He was talking about Bondi, his boss, accusing her of cover-up on podcast. She called him immediately. You just accused me of covering up child abuse on a podcast. Retract that. Now, I didn't mention you specifically. Everyone knows who you meant. You undermine my credibility and authority. Maybe if you weren't blocking release, I'm not blocking anything. I'm ensuring proper legal process. The conversation devolved into shouting match. July 2025, senior DOJ officials started complaining to Bondi. We can't work with FBI anymore. Patel won't coordinate, won't follow procedures, treats DOJ like obstacle instead of partner. Deputy AG Todd Blanche was particularly frustrated. He announces breakthroughs prematurely, compromises investigations, then blames us when things go wrong. Bondi knew they were right, but what could she do? She was Attorney General, technically Patel's boss. But Trump clearly favored Patel, gave him direct access, took his side in disputes. She was losing control of her own department. August 2025, the Andrew Bailey appointment. Patel created a new position, co-deputy FBI director, appointed Andrew Bailey, former Missouri AG, didn't consult DOJ, didn't clear with Bondi, just announced it. Bondi found out from news. FBI creates unprecedented co-deputy director position. She was livid, called Patel. You create a new senior position without consulting DOJ, FBI has authority over its own organizational structure. No. Major structural changes require DOJ approval. That's in the regulations. I cleared it with White House counsel. You should have cleared it with me. I don't need your permission for everything. That was the moment Bondi realized. Patel genuinely didn't see her as his boss, saw himself as independent operator, reporting only to Trump. September 2025, the purge controversy. Patel started firing senior FBI officials, dozens of them, career agents with decades of experience. Some firings were justified, some seemed political. DOJ was supposed to review personnel action involving senior officials. That's standard procedure. Patel didn't consult DOJ before any firing. 3 fired officials sued, claimed political purge, alleged Patel acted beyond his authority. The lawsuit cited interesting detail. Dismissal letters signed by Patel invoke presidential authority under Article 2 of Constitution. Problem? FBI director can invoke presidential authority on his own. That's not how it works. The lawsuits argued Patel either exceeded his authority or Trump was directly ordering firings, which would be inappropriate political interference. Either way, DOJ looked bad and Bondi wasn't even consulted. She demanded meeting with Patel. These firings have created legal mess. Why wasn't DOJ involved? They needed to go. Deep state holdovers. That's not legal justification. You can't fire people for being deep state. I can fire people who don't support the president's agenda. No, you can fire people for legitimate cause, not political loyalty. Take it up with the president. He kept saying that. Take it up with the president, like Trump was the only person he answered to. October 2025. The leak about Patel's potential firing. NBC News reported Trump was considering replacing Patel. Growing frustrated with scandals. Concerned about girlfriend situation and misuse of resources. Story cited 3 sources close to Trump. White House denied it. Caroline Levitt posted a photo of Trump and Patel, giving thumbs up. But everyone in DOJ knew the leaks came from somewhere, and they suspected Bondi's team was feeding frustration to reporters. Patel believed it too. started treating Bondi with open hostility. November 2025. Things got personal. Patel gave interview, asked about relationship with Attorney General. Pam Bondi is fine. She's very focused on certain processes. I'm more focused on results, different approaches. Translation: she's bureaucrat. I'm action-oriented leader. The insult was clear. Very focused on certain processes meant she's paper pusher while he's getting things done. Bondi heard about it. Was done being subtle. Next congressional testimony. She was asked about FBI cooperation. The FBI is part of Department of Justice. That means coordination, consultation, and following established legal procedures. When that doesn't happen, it creates problems. Everyone knew she was talking about Patel. December 2025. The Christmas party incident. White House Christmas party. Both Bondi and Patel attended. Someone suggested photo together. Show unity. They stood next to each other, smiled for camera, looked like team. Photo posted, Attorney General Bondi and FBI Director Patel at White House Christmas celebration. Behind the scenes, they didn't speak to each other. Not one word all evening, Trump noticed. Pulled them both aside. You two need to figure this out. This fighting is making us look bad. Bondi: I'm trying to do my job. He won't follow proper procedures. Patel: I'm trying to reform FBI. She's blocking everything with bureaucracy. Trump: I don't care. Work it out. Both of you are important to me. Translation: fix it yourselves. I'm not choosing sides. They left that conversation knowing nothing would change. January 2026. New Year brought no improvement. Patel kept posting prematurely. Bondi kept getting frustrated. DOJ and FBI continued dysfunctional relationship. Senior officials at both agencies were exhausted. We can't function like this. Career prosecutors complaining they couldn't trust FBI to follow procedures. Career agents complaining DOJ was micromanaging their work, all because the two leaders couldn't work together. The fundamental problem was clear. Patel saw himself as Trump's personal FBI director, independent operator, not part of DOJ structure. Bondi knew that's not how law enforcement works. FBI director is part of Justice Department, reports to Attorney General. That's not optional. But Trump enabled Patel's independence, gave him direct access, took his calls, sided with him in disputes. So Bondi lost authority over her own subordinate. Today, the war continues. Patel posts on social media. Bondi seethes at DOJ, neither backing down. Trump caught between two loyalists who can't stand each other. The cameras turn to FBI headquarters, Patel running agency like independent kingdom, ignoring DOJ oversight. The cameras turn to DOJ Bondi, trying to assert authority over FBI director who won't acknowledge her as boss. Two people on the same team, both appointed by Trump. Both considered loyalists, destroying each other. Because Kash Patel won't accept chain of command, and Pam Bondi won't accept being ignored. Clash of egos. Battle for control. Fight for Trump's favor. The FBI-DOJ war, nobody expected. Both sides losing. Except maybe Trump. Who benefits from having loyal people fighting each other instead of potentially uniting against him? The Attorney General who can't control her FBI director. The FBI director who treats his boss like irrelevant obstacle. The president who refuses to pick a side. Welcome to Trump's Department of Justice, where the biggest fights aren't with criminals. They're between the people supposed to be fighting crime together. Patel versus Bondi amidst FBI versus DOJ, loyalty versus authority, and nobody winning except chaos. The team that should be united, tearing itself apart instead, all because one man won't follow chain of command and another won't tolerate being undermined. He wore inside Trump's law enforcement, continuing, escalating, destroying, both claiming they're just doing their jobs, both refusing to compromise. The Attorney General versus the FBI director, the boss who can't boss, the subordinate who won't subordinate Trump's team, at war with itself, and America watching as federal law enforcement devours itself from within. Patel posting tweets, Bondi grinding teeth, the dysfunction complete. This is what happens when you appoint people based on loyalty instead of competence, when you give power to those who view authority as personal rather than institutional, when you create an environment where everyone reports to president instead of following proper structure. The DOJ-FBI war, tearing Trump's team apart, and nobody stopping it. Because Trump won't choose, can't choose, between two people he needs. So the war continues, day after day, tweet after tweet, Conflict after conflict. The Attorney General and FBI Director supposed partners, actual enemies. Welcome to federal law enforcement under Trump, where biggest threat isn't from outside, it's from the people at the top, fighting each other, breaking everything. Bondi versus Patel. Nobody winning. Everyone losing. The war that shouldn't exist but does and won't end. Because pride and ego and power and Trump's refusal to lead. The team destroying itself in real time. This is the story they don't want you to know. The fight behind the headlines. Pam Bondi versus Kash Patel. The war inside Trump's law enforcement. Continuing today, tomorrow, until something breaks. And when it breaks, when one of them finally goes, the damage will be permanent. The Attorney General who couldn't control her FBI director, or the FBI director who destroyed his own career with ego. One will lose, maybe both. But Trump's law enforcement already lost. The war continues.